Hey 10th grade, it's Mr. Hanks and I'm here to talk you through page 288 and 289, which is identifying sentences and then picking out the subject, verbs, coordinating conjunctions, and types of sentences that we're dealing with. This is going to be due on March 23rd, Monday, a week from the time that I'm filming this video. Now remember, simple sentences contain one independent clause and no dependent clause. I went to the store. Very simple sentence. An independent clause is anything that contains both a subject and verb and nothing else. Okay? And then a compound sentence contains two or more independent clauses but no dependent clauses. Now remember, the difference between an independent and a dependent clause is that an independent clause, while it doesn't always stand by itself as a sentence, it can. A dependent clause can never stand alone as a sentence. It needs more. Okay, so what we have to do here for this exercise is draw one line under the subject, two lines under the verb, and then draw a box around the conjunction, the coordinating conjunction, which is oftentimes going to be words like and, but, and or. And if it's not joined by a coordinating conjunction and it's a compound sentence, it's always going to be joined by this semicolon here. So we need to be on the lookout for either a coordinating conjunction or a semicolon. Now the first sentence we have is the drunkard and the glutton shall come to poverty, and drowsiness shall clothe a man with rags. All right, so we want to identify the subject here. And the subjects and the verbs can always be compound, okay? In this case, we have a compound subject. The drunkard and the glutton, drunkard and glutton, are the subject. So we draw one line under those. And then two lines under the verb, or verb phrase. Shall come is our verb phrase here. Shall come. Hopefully you can see that. This is our verb phrase, guys. To poverty. Here's our coordinating conjunction and a comma. So we don't have a semicolon here. These two independent clauses are joined by and, the coordinating conjunction, and the comma. So then, because we know that this is going to be a second independent clause here, since we're only dealing with simple and compound sentences, and this is not a simple sentence, this is a compound one, we're going to have a subject and verb to deal with here as well. Drowsiness, that'll be our subject, and then shall clothe is our second verb phrase. So you need to make sure that you do that with all of the problems in the exercise, and then the second part, you're given sentences and you have to decide whether or not they are simple or compound. And that's easy enough as long as you understand this and follow the rules. If you have any questions, make sure you or your parents message me on Jupiter. Thanks, guys.